Hey there, Rev3. My name is Tyler Pedersen. I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and here's me talking about technology. Biggest news of the week, as far as I'm concerned, is iOS 4. iOS 4 brings a few things to the table. Anywhere from wallpapers to what they call multitasking. I call it refreshing tabs, which I'll get to. Apparently lowered battery life, as well as categories and a few other little things. Alright, basic rundown. Love the wallpapers, hate the multitasking. I love that it's there. I don't like how they implemented it and how it works. I feel as if they really, lack of a better term, half-assed it. They're trying to do it to save battery life. I think I don't even see how they can call it multitasking. I mean, all it really does is, I don't even know what really it does. Half the time that I leave something and go back to it, it's not anywhere near where I was. And I'm sure that a lot of that has to do with the fact that they haven't updated their applications for iOS 4 yet. But if I want to multitask, do it like WebOS did. Do it like Android does it. I don't understand how it's that hard to do something like that and not have it drain battery life. I'm fine with it losing a little bit of battery life to gain the ability to truly multitask. And you're just not there. As for categories, I think it was a much needed add. It's something that I always had when I was jailbroken on 3.1.2, and love that it's there now. I think that they implemented it really well, being able to just drag one icon on top of another and create a folder, and it even tries to name it for you depending on what application you throw in there. I haven't figured out how it names them yet, because it's given me some pretty random ideas depending on what applications I throw in, but whatever. I say this because I tried to put Wikipedia and Amazon.com's app into the same folder, and it just told me reference, but I'm assuming it goes with whichever one you pick up. As for other features of iOS 4, battery life seems to be a little bit worse. I didn't agree with this on the first day. I was one of the people who almost thought it was improved. I didn't know how it was possible. It is snappier, I'll give it that, but the battery life seems to have diminished. Kali Lewis pointed out on day 1, and I disagreed. Day 2 I got through maybe 2 hours of pretty constant use before it started reminding me to plug it in because it was at 20%. I'm not okay with this. If I'm using a smartphone to do the things that a smartphone can do, I want to be able to use that phone for more than 2 hours at a time without having to worry about where I'm going to be to charge it soon. Luckily, I was headed home right after that, and I got to charge it again before I had to leave. That's not something that should be on my mind. If Apple's going to make iPhone 4 into what they're advertising it as, something that can do video chat on Wi-Fi and all this other amazing stuff, they better do it with a battery that can handle that. The battery is supposed to be better in it, but it's up to them if they're really going to implement everything well and put it all together. Early reviews are saying that it almost fixes every drop call issue, or at least Engadget's review did. Some others are still very skeptic as to whether or not it's fixed anything to do with that category. I find that interesting that Engadget can say that it appears to have fixed everything, and then I don't remember who exactly it was. I don't think it was CNET. I don't remember who it was, but somebody else said that it hasn't alleviated any of those issues, and that AT&T is still the downside to the iPhone, which I completely agree with. And therein lies my dilemma. I'm up for an upgrade. iPhone 4 comes out in 2 days, and I can get it. But I would have to sign up for AT&T for another 2 years, and I'm really unsure if I want to tie myself down to that. Oh, by the way, shooting this on my iPhone 3GS because I don't have any internet to shoot it off my webcam and send it to you right now. I just dropped Comcast today because I've had way too many issues with them throttling my connection and a few other things, charging way too much, etc. But Quest isn't going to be able to come hook up the fiber optic stuff until the 6th of July. So I get to spend 2 weeks using my iPhone as my primary internet device. Awesome timing to send in a video, right? Anyway, thanks for the opportunity to come in and talk, and have a great day. Deuces.